Hey everyone, it's Sakar, and the Undaunted Event is once again upon us, which means we have double drops in dungeons. So today I wanted to go over a few of these sets that are pretty good in PvP in my opinion, and they're going to be locked behind a dungeon, so this is the time to grind them out. I feel like this is a really good time to do that for the double drops. It's going to make all these farms a lot quicker. Now, I'm recording this video the night before the event drops, and I have heard conflicting information about whether monster sets are in double drops or if they're just still the single drops. But regardless, I'm still going to put monster sets on here because there's going to be an increase in players and there's going to just be a lot of people doing these dungeons. So I'm going to do some monster sets towards the end, but to start with, I'm going to go over some 5p sets that I think are pretty good, and we're just going to do this one at a time kind of, and in a very kind of respectful manner. That way we could just go over. There's really no, I was looking over the regular dungeons and there's really not anything that's worth it to farm in PvP as far as regular dungeons go. Like, I look at it, the only thing in my opinion is if you don't have burning spell weave, which at this point, I feel like you should get it. I feel like Burning Spellweave is probably the best normal dungeon set for PvP, because for DK, that's really, really good. But outside of that, there's really no other good PvP set for the regular dungeons. I don't see anything. Like, Ice Furnace isn't bad for Magden, but it's not best in my opinion. I'm just going through all these. Like, Fungal Grotto is going to be nothing. Durox Bane isn't really that good anymore. There's nothing here. Bloodspawn, guys, this is probably the best non-DLC monster set in the game. This is going to be really good for your overall tankiness on a DK. If you want to have a DK, get that Bloodspawn. I always put that on my builds, and I definitely recommend it. Tempest, there's going to be nothing here. Banished Cells is going to be nothing here. I mean, Sanctuary isn't a bad healer set, but I feel like there's better ones out there. Bolts of Madness, I always kind of have a soft spot for Rattle Cage, but besides that, nothing really. Nothing from Volenfell. Combat position, Sergeant's Mail, I guess, for this, but not really. All right, so let's look at the DLC dungeons. I'm gonna go through them one at a time, and I just wanted to kind of go over them as. Sorry, I'm burping a lot. So as we go down, there are a lot of DLC ones, so I wanted to go over it slowly. So monster sets, let's look at that first right here. Roxa, it's a really good recovery monster set. It's basically the Death Dealer's Fate of recovery, and it's definitely really good to try out. So if you have time to get this during the event, get Roxa. Besides that, I wouldn't really go for much in this. Bedlam Veil, I mean, look, Tarnished Nightmare, guys, it's rampant, it's everywhere. It's probably the strongest set in the game right now as far as proc sets go. So look, now's the time to get that if you don't have it. I've got a feeling it's going to be nerfed semi-shortly, so now's the time to farm that before it's kind of nerfed. We got Black Drake Villa. Oh, definitely Drake's Rush. Is that a... Wait, no, never mind. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of Rush of Agony. I don't know why I thought of Rush, basically. But nothing really here. Keenraz isn't a bad PvE set, but it's not the best. Encratis is pretty cool, though, but it's not the best. For Black Bloodroot Forge, Earthgore is a good healing setup. I like Flame Blossom. Flame Blossom is a really good ganking setup, and it's just really good for your overall damage. If you want to try those flame ganker builds that I have, like the Oaken Soul ones, Flame Blossom is what I use, so that's a good time to farm that out. Castle Thorn, I've been using Unleashed like crazy from Castle Thorn. It's really good for Stamplars. I really like it on my Stamsork a lot. So if you don't have Unleashed, now is the time to grind it. It's going to take half as long with these double drops. Definitely check that out. Coral Airy, I don't think there's anything good. Like, Griffin's Reprisal isn't that great in my opinion. I think Malik. Yeah, I don't think that's that great either. So, yeah. Cradle of Shadows. I mean, Gossamer's not a bad healing set, but man, I feel like this is outdated at this point. Bips and Malatar. I know a lot of people like Scavenging Demise, but I kind of feel like it's a really unreliable set. But that being said, it is very strong with what it does. So if you want to grind that out, it's a good proc set to have, and it does a lot of damage. Earthenroot Enclave. I don't even know which one. I don't even remember which one this is. I don't think there's anything good for here for PvP. I've checked, and it's really not that great. I don't even remember what dungeon that is. Falkreath, I mean, there's Iron Blood to make you tanky, but I feel like you don't even need it nowadays, but that's about it for that. Fang Layer, I mean, Calirians is always kind of interesting sometimes. Always kind of interesting sometimes. What am I saying? But really nothing that's really too relevant to the meta currently. Frostvault, I mean, Icy Conjure's always looked interesting to me, but I never have actually used it on a Magden. I don't really think that'd be that great. Isn't Savigins really good for PvE, but I don't know for a fact. Raven Deep, I don't even know which one this is. I genuinely don't even remember which one that is. Ice Reach, Hades is a pretty good healing set, I think. I'm pretty sure. But if you want to play a ganker, Titanborn is a really strong way to go. That's a really good ganking set. So that's a good time to farm that as well. Double drops, go for it. ICP, I mean, there's Sheer Venom, which I've tried in the past. A lot of people swear by Sheer Venom, but I've tried it, and it's always felt like the most underwhelming set I've ever seen in my entire life. So, I don't know, call me weird, but I'm not a huge Sheer Venom fan. That being said, Lair of Marsalok, guys. This is the time to farm Azurblight. Azurblight is an insanely good set when it comes to, I don't know, if you're trying to counter ball groups or if you just have a little small man group. Guys, if you've got a 3-man group, 4-man group, all of you guys run Azurblight, you'll be able to take on the world, I promise. It is amazing when you stack that with your friends. Also, Marsalok for the monster set, I put that on a lot of builds because it's insanely strong as a 4-second dot. It is very unreliable, but I really do like it when it does land. Martial Sacrifices, I mean, that's for Balorg. That monster set is amazing. That's always on my Nightblades, so check out Balorg to try and get that. This is the best time to get that. The rest of the sets are kind of meh. Moon Hunter, really nothing too relevant to the meta. I mean, Savage Werewolf was good once upon a time, but I don't really feel like it's that good anymore, personally. I've always thought that Grundwolf looks interesting from Moongrave, but it never really actually made its way into the meta, in my opinion. Besides that, nothing really interested me. That being said, from Oathsworn Pits, Althammer's Construct is a very good monster set for ganking and overall just kind of just pressure. That is a lot of damage just to get from a full heavy attack. Definitely, if you have the time, try and grind that out. It's that all that takes to get the full helmet sticker book is 3 complete runs at maximum of the veteran. So check that out. Get some PvE builds going and grind out these sets. Right Pedal Bastion, I don't think there's anything here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything there. Ruins of Matu, I mean, Mighty Chudan is very good for Magsorks right now. So if you want to play Magsork and you want to free up a slot, Mighty Chudan is very, very, very popular with that. The rest of them, not really. Scale Caller, I mean, Zon is very good for dueling, in my opinion. So if you are into the dueling scene and you want to beat people one-on-one, Zon is a very good set for that. It does a lot of pressure. Besides that, Plague Slinger is actually pretty interesting as far as the set goes. Definitely look into trying that as well. It's not going to be the best set to ever exist, but it's definitely very interesting. All right, I think we're almost done here. Scrivenger's Hall, Ozezon, if you run a healer build, Ozezon is very, very good. I've heard nothing but amazing things from Ozezon healers. It is great. It gives you a bunch of extra armor and minor vitality to increase their healing received. That's huge. Besides that, I don't really... Rune Carvers is a very interesting set as well. I've always wanted to try that a little bit more, but we'll see how that goes. Also, Shipwrights... I don't even know if I've ever done that. I don't think there's anything good here yeah, there's nothing good here for PvP. Stone Garden... I don't think there's anything good there. Arcasis is actually pretty good as like a support healer kind of build. Like whenever you drink a potion, you're gonna have all your allies get 42 ultimates, so that's pretty good as a support, but it's not great. I feel like you can get better ones. The Cauldron, I mean, there's nothing really too great here. I mean, Unleash Ritualist is like good for like, I don't know, maybe Magsorks, maybe. Or even honestly, I feel like that wouldn't be bad on on Necro nowadays with all the pets. I don't know, maybe interesting. I just thought of that, and I'll be looking into that. Dreadseller, nothing too... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Rush of Agony. Rush of Agony from Dreadseller is a very good set. It's got a pull that is not giving people CC immunity. So So you pull them and then you can also CC them as well. That leads to some nasty combos as far as dealing a lot of damage and kind of CC chaining people. It is kind of insane. I definitely recommend checking that out and trying to grind that out if you can. Unhallowed Grave, Kajolners is a good monster set. It's not the best monster set. It's kind of a really good dueling setup. But that being said, Draugr is a very solid set as well, I still think. Yes, it's got its setbacks, but I think it's still very, very, very solid and semi-relevant to the meta still as well. And then last but not least, what am I saying? Last but not least, White Gold Tower. There are two sets in here that are very interesting. Essence Thief is one of my go-tos as far as stam sets go. I use that on Stamplar all the time. It's kind of my go-to set on Stamplar. I use it on Stam Warden, even Stam Sork every once in a while. It is amazing sources of damage and healing. I definitely recommend trying that out and trying to get it as well. You can also, to increase your overall just drops as well and overall grinding time, you can also gamble with your keys in order to get it at the beginning of the dungeon. All you need to do is go to the beginning of the dungeon before you even go up the stairs. You go all the way down the hallway to the right, and you can go and gamble your key fragments over there. As well as Essence Thief, Spell Power Cure is still a very, very solid healing setup, and I definitely recommend trying that out. But that is basically it, because I don't think Trials nor Imperial or Infinite Archive, I don't think that they drop extra drops. So that is really it. I wanted to go over all those sets real quick and kind of just, you know, show you guys, hey, make sure you're grinding these out, because it's very important to do so during these events. To minimize that time in PvE as much as possible. I definitely recommend just getting out of there. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful and informational. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to everybody as soon as possible. I appreciate you guys staying here, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a happy Undaunted event. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.